Hey Scorpio, welcome to June 2020. I'm looking into the energies for those of you who have your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs in the astrological sign of Scorpio for the month of June 2020. So we have the overall energy is already pulled for this reading using Colette Baron Reed's decks, the Good Tarot and the Mystical Shaman Oracle, just to get an idea of where the energies are with you, Scorpio, in the month of June. So about 3 weeks ago, I did a Scorpio reading for mid to end of May, and this card is a repeating card. This is the Hermit card. It's a major arcana. Out of 4 cards pulled from the Good Tarot for your energy, 3 out of 4 are major arcana. So this is a hugely significant time in this life for you, Scorpio. You received this card last time, and I pointed out that you had keys lining this door. Your door was shut because you were going within. You were being the hermit. You were soul searching, so to speak, trying to dig up with that Scorpio full moon what is inside of you that's holding you back, what no longer serves you, so that you could heal it or cut it out, depending on your situation. It's going to be different for everyone. But what I like is it came out with a 3 of Earth. You can see that the colors in this card are both kind of similar. But the 3 of Earth speaks to actually working together with others in spirit to co-create, to build your reality, right? This tells me, though, Scorpio, that you are being successful. You and this other person working together with God to heal those traumatic things, possibly that lie dormant within your subconscious, or to work on toxic behaviors from the past to overcome them, to heal whatever is the root cause of it. All of that seems to be working. You're still going within, you're still soul searching because the Hermit card is out again. But with the 3 of Earth, it tells me that it is making your relationships more successful. You're in harmony and alignment with the universe rather than pushing against the universe. You know, you're working with the energies now, which is a good thing because today is the 5th of June and we have a full moon eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. So it's kind of like, you know, your full moon was last month. Now we're looking at Sagittarius. Okay, so progression here. And everything that you're doing is working, so that seems to be right along with how things should be going. It looks like you're where you are supposed to be, but you're still working on it, right? So here we have number 10 and number 13 in the major arcana. Fortune's Wheel, which is called the Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite Tarot. And then Transformation. This is you, Scorpio. This is your card. This is your energy. Transformation is the Death card in the original Rider-Waite. And you can see this girl, she's holding this little baby. I think it's symbolic of the Phoenix rising, right? So this could be you looking at yourself, your younger, more immature self, in comparison to where you're moving to now. Because the wheel is turning with Fortune Wheel. That's very fated, very karmic, okay? It's meant to be, so to speak, right? It could also mean that you're going to be feeling very lucky or being very lucky in the month of June. So for those of you who are doing the internal work, it's really working. Keep it up, Scorpio. That's beautiful, very beautiful energy. Especially, I noticed that there's also a little girl. It's like a portal inside of the wheel here. I don't know if you can see it. And then, of course, this young girl here, looking at her past self, knowing that she is overcoming things. You could be healing inner child wounds or something from your childhood that left you confused or left you seeing things in a very negative light and was really holding you back in life. I think the last reading I did for you, there was also a lot of focus on you working with your magician energies, and rather than creating bad outcomes, which are stemmed from negative thoughts, negative ways of thinking, and subconscious programming that doesn't fit your life, in your own soul, you know, it just didn't resonate with you anymore. So you're still soul searching. You're going back in the recesses of your mind with these retrogrades, and you're pulling out the things that no longer serve you. You know, maybe beliefs that were conditioned into you by your parents or others. Maybe you've just evolved and changed and you don't believe in the same things that you did before. Maybe you're becoming more spiritual now, more connected to spirit. And with the two cards that I pulled, it's very interesting from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I don't think I've ever pulled these two cards together before. It's 48 and 49. To me, as a reader, and I'm very connected to numbers, that's progression. When you go from 48 to 49, in a deck that I've used for well over a year and a half, many readings, that's in progression 48 to 49, right? So that means you're making progress and you are aligning with your soul purpose. With the Sorcerer, that speaks to like your shadow self, okay? Scorpio is, most Scorpios are very in tune with their darker self, their shadow side. And they're not afraid to stay there for a while, which is good. A lot of us try to escape our shadow side. If you can stay there long enough to heal whatever it is that needs to be healed, then that's good. If you stay there and you don't do the healing work, then you're kind of just staying stuck, right? And you're not really getting the growth, the soul growth that is needed. Then we have the Soul Retrieval card. That's all about, you know, as we go through life and we experience pain and loss and grief and sadness and trauma, our soul becomes fragmented. Soul retrieval is bringing those pieces back to you, which is kind of what you're doing when you're going within and cutting out those ideas and beliefs and toxic behaviors that no longer benefit your life now. It's very good work, Scorpio. Like, this is awesome to see from one reading to the next. This progression is just magnificent. So I want to read from the book on the Mystical Shaman Oracle, number 48, the Sorcerer. Okay, 48, and you can see the sun is behind him there. It's a beautiful card. It says the essence. This is the source of dark power. The Sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. I do remember in your last reading, you had separated from someone. It seemed like it could be the, you know, final nail in the coffin, so to speak, with that relationship. But for some of you, it wasn't. It was waking you up to the things that needed to change within you, okay? And for some of you, you are still doing the healing work, and some of you, you are healing and working with this other person. That's what this card is about, the Three of Earth. And I do feel for most of you, you are working on yourself and working with others around you. But this is a soul connection reading, so it just seems to pick up from the last month, and I love when it does that because I can kind of see like where this is affecting you and where you're learning and growing. Then the invitation says, when the Sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The Sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. Okay, so you're given another chance. I feel because this is a soul connection reading, you're given another chance with this person who you desperately wanted to not lose last month, right? You are kind of being monitored by spirit and the universe to see if you are going to be able to continue to work together with this person. You are having to continue to heal yourself, right? So we're kind of in the middle of a bigger process. The healing's not over is what I'm saying. But you are given a second chance. And Spirit is asking you to make peace with that darkness that lives inside of you and choose another way. A way um, with this new perspective that you've gained, because the old way was not working. The medicine says, have you been feeling out of sorts because you've been faced with your own character flaws and the pain that you inflict on others when you are out of alignment? Radical self acceptance is called for you now. You must reconcile these darker aspects of your nature so you don't behave irresponsibly and cause more harm to yourself and the ones that you love. It's time to come out of denial and accept responsibility for your words and your deeds. When you meet the energy of the sorcerer with humility, the destructive power transforms this transformation card into grace, which you can use in service to the highest good. Perhaps it's time to make amends. Do it. It will set you free from the shadows and let you step into the light. And I started to say that earlier, Scorpio. At some point, you have to step out of the shadow side of yourself and into the light. Okay, that's where the transformation has occurred. And that's where you're at now. So, that's very good. Then we have 49, soul retrieval. The essence says soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, that self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. Soul retrieval brings those pieces of you that you've given away of yourself or that you've lost in the shuffle of life and the pains and the griefs and the traumas of life. And it brings you into wholeness, right? So the invitation says you are no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back. The medicine says, when did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Think back over your life and find the time or times when this has happened. Vow never to compromise your integrity again. What have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right. Okay, and that's what you're doing, Scorpio. You're making it right. You are choosing to transform pain into power, right? So let's go ahead and pull your tarot spread and see what we have for you. I like seeing soul retrieval. That's a very big energy. Okay, here you are, Scorpio, the High Priestess. This is the major arcana for Pisces. Pisces is also a water sign such as yourself. Very intuitive, very connected to spirit, psychic even, right? This is you and your inner knowing, right? The High Priestess sits between two worlds, this world and the spirit world, and she holds the secrets and the mysteries of the universe. God speaks to her or him, depending on your gender. This is a general reading. And she keeps to herself things that she knows until it's right to act right. But that's your knowing, that's your intuition. It's number 2 in the major arcana. You have major arcana all over my table today, Scorpio. But I like it. That's awesome. Okay, Hierophant. So you may be thinking about marriage with this person. If not, this is you really reflecting on your beliefs. Jupiter is in retrograde. When that happens, Jupiter is the planet of expansion and the planet of what you believe, your spirituality and things like that, your theories in life, right? So right now, it looks like you very well could be going within also regarding what you believe. Maybe you don't believe in religion for the sake of religion like you did before. Maybe you don't believe in these government higher institutions ruling over the poor and oppressed, right? It could be different for all of you, but the Hierophant represents large corporations, government. It also represents religion, church, the church, right? Doctrine, things like that. Old traditional ways, it can represent that. It's the old way of looking at things, right? It's also a 5, so that is changing. That's changing for the entire collective, not just in your own soul, Scorpio. So, but it's good energy. It's also major arcana. We have 2 major arcanas already in the spread. This is amazing to me. Oh, here we go. Okay, 7 of Pentacles out next. 7 of Pentacles is wanting to invest, wanting to invest in a relationship or invest in a project or a business that is going to be prosperous, where there's a lot of growth, right? So it looks like you are investing somewhere, Scorpio. Your time, your energy, your money, your love, something is being invested here. Okay, and then we have 4 of Pentacles. So we're going backwards here from the 7 to the 4. You're holding on too tightly to the energy of money, I feel. It could be holding on too tightly to a person. Whatever it is, Pentacles does represent money to me. So if you are holding on too tight to money, realize that money is also energy. Currency is energy. If you hold on too tightly, you're going to restrict the flow of money coming into you, right? This could be you saving money. Maybe you're saving money to build a future with this person. I'm not sure, but this is you holding on very tightly to what you have at this time. Just be careful, Scorpio, that you're not holding on too tightly, that, you know, you're in that lack consciousness that we talked about last month. You cannot manifest more when you're holding on so tightly in the fear that you're not going to have enough. The universe has enough for all of us, right? So that may be something that Spirit's telling me you need to work on. Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups. So you are still holding on very tightly to this relationship for most of you. With the 2 of Cups coming out after that 4 of Pentacles, I do feel that you're holding on very tight to this love, this connection. It's what's actually motivating you and inspiring you to go through the shadows of your soul, right? To walk back through some pain, some heartache, some hurt or trauma that you otherwise would not, right? This other person and the connection that you hold is giving you the strength to finally heal it once and for all. That's beautiful. I like that much better. Much better. That's beautiful energy, Scorpio. Show me clearly, Spirit, for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, rising. This sign, what do you have for Scorpio? Okay, 6 of Pentacles. That's beautiful. That's bringing balance to your relationship. It's bringing balance within yourself. You're balancing your energies. You're working with them. You're staying more positive. You're actually balancing out what was out of whack here within your life and within this relationship. 6 of Swords. Okay, so this is you moving from troubled times or troubled, turbulent waters into calmer waters, more peaceful waters, Scorpio. Brilliant. That's beautiful. It looks like June is really a turnaround point for you in this relationship or within yourself if you're not currently in a relationship. For those of you who are, I think this person is really seeing the change in you, Scorpio. I hope that you're doing it for yourself and not just this person. Okay, so we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is choosing between 2 equally good paths to take, right? So you do have a choice. It's not the 2 of Swords, which is the choice that you don't want to make because somebody loses in this, right? This is actually a choice that is going to be good no matter which way you go. It's just a matter of using your free will to choose which direction to go. So you could be moving, you could be changing jobs, you could be, I don't know, it could be anything for you. But if you have a choice to make, it looks like it's going to be successful, right? Then we have a repeating card. We have the Death card in this deck. Again, number 13 in the Major Arcana. This is your transformation, Scorpio. This is you showing up in your reading. Your authentic self, your healed self. You've transformed. You're rising from the ashes just like the phoenix, symbolized by your sign, Scorpio. And when a Scorpio transforms, watch out, right? It's not, it's even more powerful than when other zodiacs transform when you do it, Scorpio, because that's your shit. That's what you're here to do. So you're going to feel very much in your power. Very much in your power. The Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. That's beautiful. I mean, I just feel like I could end your reading right now, Scorpio. Beautiful things are coming for you. And you're earning it, right? You're earning it by finally doing the healing work, by finally becoming who you truly are at a soul level. Yes, you've been in hermit mode for a while. Yes, you've been seeking answers within inside yourself, you know, going to spirit, meditating, praying, going back and revisiting, you know, difficult, dark places so that you can pull them up to the surface and shine the light on them and finally heal them once and for all. But it's actually working. It's changing your life. You're going from negative mindset to positive mindset, which is bringing nothing but positive blessings, miracles, happiness to your life. And it sits right under the Two of Cups. You're also making this other person very, very happy. This other person in your life that has inspired you, that you almost lost in your last reading, you're making them very happy too. They may even be healing themselves internally, because if you bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. So this is my apology card. This is the Page of Cups is also Pisces. You may be dealing with a Pisces. You have the High Priestess in the Page of Cups. So that is Pisces energy. But if not, there's an apology here. It's a deep felt apology. You know, honestly, what I think is this is the real apology. So maybe in the past, Scorpio, you apologized to this person or even others in your life, but you didn't change your behavior. This is the true, authentic apology, because it's changed behavior. Because of all of this healing work that you've done, all this spiritual growth, this person can see that you truly are sorry for the things said or done in the past that were hurtful to them. They really feel it. Could be a Libra or a Taurus that you're dealing with, because right underneath is the Empress card. And let me just look into the signs here. Some of you like to see the signs. It's further confirmation. Of course, I look at the signs as energies, right, that you're under, because we all have earth, water, fire, and air in our chart. So we have Virgo with the Hermit card, Sagittarius with the Fortune's Wheel, Scorpio with Transformation, Pisces twice with the High Priestess, and there was another Pisces card, I can't remember now. The Hierophant, Taurus, Libra or Taurus with that Empress card, because I saw it. Then we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the Two of Cups. The Sun could be Leo. And we have Scorpio twice, because we have the Death card twice with Transformation and Death. Now let's look into the overall outcome for this reading, which the reading is absolutely beautiful. The outcome has got to be good. I'm just claiming it right now. But we're going to use the Twin Flame Tarot deck by Mystic Moon and Queen of Light 1111. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Archangels of Light. Ooh. Five of Cups. The Emperor. That's Aries. King of Swords, that's air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You have the Six of Earth. So you could be dealing with the air sign, Scorpio. If you are, this person is your destiny, or they are part of your destiny, I should say. you're having divine assistance with the temperance card. You are actually tempering yourself, meaning you're not blowing up, you're not being irrational, you're not being accusatory, right? From a place of jealousy. And that is actually bringing you the result that we all want, unconditional love. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I have no complaints about this reading at all. Now, these three cards flipped over. We have the Magician, we have the Empress, and we have the Tower. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to say be very careful of your thoughts. Be very careful of your words. Keep everything very positive right now. You know, it's kind of no escaping the Tower. The Tower has to come. We have 3 eclipses in a row. I think we have 6 eclipses in the year of 2020, which is just crazy. That's a lot, right? I think we normally have like 4. The most you can have is 6 or 7. So there's something within you that has hurt this person. Okay, you can see this lady, she's crying. She's just, and lightning is just striking all around her. She's out here all alone. Now, though, she is the Empress. She has, you know, this could be you, Scorpio, or this could be the person that you're dealing with. Empress has come out again. So Empress is Libra or Taurus energy. But she is the epitome of all 4 queens. She's really balanced herself and balanced her energies. And she's manifesting powerful things, right? So if this is you, Scorpio, or even if this is the person that you're around, maintain that positive thought process. Only think of what you want to come and don't focus on any of your fears. Honestly, we all need to totally eradicate any fears. That's almost everything that holds us back in life, is the root cause of it is fear of something. You know, it could be fear of losing this person. And I will say, anytime you fear losing a person, it's not going to end well, okay? If it's meant to be, it will be. You can't lose something that's meant for you. When you can accept that and really see that clearly, the jealousy will disappear, because nobody can be you to this person, okay? There would be no reason to be jealous. When you can see that you're not going to lose this person because it's meant for you, even if they leave you, they will come back, right? After things have healed. It's that fear that keeps you losing, Scorpio. So once you can lose the fear, then you gain everything you've ever wanted. Fear is the reason that we do stupid things, Scorpio. And it looks like you're tired of doing things. You're tired of taking a loss. Okay, so the first card out with the overall outcome was the card of disappointment, 5 of Cups. So you are still deep in your emotions, disappointed. Maybe you're still regretful that you haven't done this healing work sooner. Maybe you're nostalgic, thinking back on family, friends, or past relationships that would have really benefited, that you no longer have the chance to go and apply the things that you've learned, that this soulmate has brought to you, that spirit has brought to you, the things that you have healed. You know, so maybe you're kind of in your emotions deep, wishing that maybe you had this growth and this knowledge before about yourself, so that you could have applied it to other relationships, or maybe there were opportunities that you know you missed because you were in that lack consciousness, thinking that things wouldn't work out for you. You didn't realize that you had the power all along, you know, to be this emperor, to stand in control of your life, to create the outcome instead of just be a victim of whatever random thing was going to happen to you next, right? Now you're balanced with the 6 of Earth. You're balancing that light and that darkness, rather just staying in the darkness and living your life there, holding up there hostage. You're actually balancing them out. You are very much in your thoughts, though, okay? That can be good, because this is finding the King of Swords. He's an air sign king. He can find quick solutions to problems that have gone on for a very long time. So that's good energy to be in. It's not your element. And that is you working with all of your elements. And that's how you're becoming this emperor. Just like the emperor is the epitome of all 4 queens. The empress, sorry. The emperor is her counterpart, right? He's a leader. He's in charge. He's badass, right? Then we've got Destiny Calls. This is also a repeating card. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a fated time. During these types of times, everything's not completely in control of their free will. So with these eclipse energies coming through, something is kind of out of your control because it's fated to happen. It's part of your destiny, and you can't stop it if you wanted to, right? But just remember that God's got you, and that you you can control outcomes by the power of manifesting the positive things that you want. Then it's kind of confirming this whole reading with this divine healing card. This means that your angels, that God, are helping you to heal yourself, heal this relationship, whatever it means for you. That's beautiful. And then the ultimate, okay, major arcana for Leo, unconditional love. You could be dealing with a Leo, it doesn't have to be, but you can just see the unconditional love between these two lines on this card. Unconditional love is why we're here, you know? That's what it's all about, Scorpio. Could be, it feels very twin flame to me. I don't really have a lot of twin flame cards, but it's a deep, deep, very significant soul relationship and soul connection between the two of you. So I'm going to pull an animal oracle card for you and your person, and then we'll end this reading just to try to, it's a beautiful reading, and I have no complaints from what I'm seeing, Scorpio. You are absolutely doing the card work. So Spirit, show me a card for Scorpio and a card for Scorpio's person. Keep in mind, the energies can flip. There's no way for me to know with all of you that are watching who is who, right? So we're just going to take a quick look here, and then we'll pull a postcard for Spirit and end the reading. We're already at past 30 minutes. So we have Mouse Spirit, tend to the little things. Number 40, that's a 4. That's coming together with your soulmate or life partner in the physical. Could be moving in together with that 4 card. That's one number. But Mouse Spirit is about, you know, the small things make up the big picture. And sometimes there's just a little bit of cleanup work that you need to do in this healing process, especially with that soul retrieval card coming in. You know, what seems very small and minute to you, Scorpio, could have like a much deeper meaning within this connection. And then we have Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. So don't forget to show your playful side. I know that this has been a very serious time for you with the transformation, Scorpio. But this is 51. It breaks down to a 6. 6 is about balance. To maintain the balance within this connection, your playful spirit needs to shine through, okay? And finally, we're going to pull a postcard from Spirit, and this is a direct message from God to you, Scorpio. Holy Spirit, God, what message do you have for the sign of Scorpio? Okay, it says, Dear you, it might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go, feel the way you want to feel, and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up, and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you're really looking for is spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We got you. Loving you so much. So it could be that God